ECAC hockey on WXXI. Tonight, it is the Ice Knights of Geneseo and the Golden Eagles of Brockport. Hi, everybody. Steve Hausman, welcome in. We have our colleague Rich Gamble from Aquinas High School with us again tonight. A pretty good game on hand, and a game that really, with Geneseo, a team that is coming off a tough trip to the Deep South, where they lost 2 games down in Alabama, and a trip to Colgate that resulted in another loss. It has been a tough ride lately for Geneseo.
Those are character builders for Coach Duffy's Ice Knights, and certainly will toughen them up for the schedule they have in December against some strong Division III opponents.
Those 3 games were against Division I opponents, so you got to keep that in mind. They haven't played now since the 24th of November. Now, Brockport, we saw them in our last game a couple of weeks ago here on WXXI. That was the win over Cortland. Their last game was a win. Remember, this is a team that only won 1 game last year. They have 6 wins under their belts already. They're playing pretty well, Rich.
They're really doing a super job, and they're continuing in their winning ways, except for that misadventure in Hamilton this past week, just before Thanksgiving. They have good goaltending, special teams, and the program's on a positive program uplift right now.
Okay, the thing we've got to keep in mind here, we have Geneseo playing tonight, but they have a big game tomorrow night against defending SUNY champion, Division III champion, and national champion Plattsburgh. How does Coach Paul Duffy keep his kids from not looking ahead to that game, maybe overlooking a relatively weaker opponent?
Coaching comes into play when there's no easy opponents, and he's got to keep the players focusing in on tonight's contest, or there could be a disastrous situation tonight.
We are looking ahead to the face-off, and we have it coming right up here on Channel 21. In its home white and blue, it is Brockport in its green and yellow, I should say, and Brockport in its home white and blue. Our starting goaltenders for Geneseo, Phil Wheaton will be in the nets, the junior from Rochester.
Yes, I think you're going to see an exciting contest because they're evenly matched, and talking with both coaches before the contest, special teams are going to have a big play in it, as well as the goaltenders. When they match up line by line, they're very evenly matched.
Although the Ice Knights have lost 3 in a row, those 3 losses to Division I, they, of course, do not affect their record in the SUNY. They are undefeated, a 2-0 record in the conference, looking to move it to 3-0 tonight. Just about ready for the opening face-off. Our officials tonight, Dan Murphy and Gary Little will be working with him tonight, and just about ready for the opening face-off now. Pretty good crowd here at Geneseo State as we are with you on Friday nights. Now we will be with you here on Channel 21 on Friday nights the rest of the season. We are about ready for hockey action. Opening face-off. Puck is controlled immediately by Geneseo as they dump it in. And it goes immediately out of the arena. We'll have a face-off just outside the zone. Starting line for Geneseo is the Burmaster, Riley, and Altieri line. It is Klebowitz, Gross, and McGee opening it for Brockport. As the puck comes down here behind goaltender Phil Wheaton. Back to center ice. Peters. Damiani, team captain, is pressured, and now it comes back out to center ice, applying the pressure for Brockport. I have a number 15 who I do not have on my program, so we'll have to find out who. There he is. It's Dan McGee. Okay.
Penalty on Brockport. Golden Eagle, the man you were looking for.
Well, we'll find out his name here. Certainly, it is Dan McGee. Down here at the bottom of the program, so let me just make a little note of that there. McGee goes into the penalty box inside the first 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds to be precise in the first period.
Brockport receives penalty, number 15, Dan McGee. 2 minutes for booking. McGee for booking. Time of the penalty, 30 seconds.
All in 30 seconds of the first period, so right away it'll be Geneseo on the power play. Chance for them to jump out of the box here. Puck is bouncing off the dasher there. It's Terry Riley. Now the puck is in front. A shot taken and a score by John Keaty. And with just 10 seconds expired on the penalty, just 40 seconds expired in this hockey game, Geneseo is on the board. The high wrist shot in the slot by John Keaty, 1-0. Let's look.
Keaty used an excellent wrist shot to beat Centraco up high. Continues being the leading scorer on the team. Made no mistake about that. He just failed to be picked up in front.
Oh, Riley will get an assist on that one.
Geneseo goal.
Scorer in Geneseo history, so chalk up another assist for Riley. The power play goal coming in 40 seconds of the first period on that wrist shot by John Keaty. You see him right there, the senior. Keaty is from Skaneateles, New York. And it is his 10th goal of the season. Now, that didn't take much time, did it?
Special teams have a big factor in this game. There's the first example of it.
Off the face-off. The break, a 2-on-1. Shot taken, save off the stick of Burmaster. Now Brockport tries to ride the puck out to get it out to center ice. That's Casio who shoots it right back in. Then Crocco stops it behind his own net. Kept in the zone by Wolf, who's taken down. Wolf overskates the puck. And this is Ken Wood now. Moves it to his teammate Peterson. Peterson, a Rochester boy. And intercepted there in the slot by Riley, who takes the shot. It goes wide. Now Brockport is able to move it up to center ice. Palin over the blue line. Finds the open man, McLean. McLean in front, the save. And Phil Wheaton holds on for the face-off. Nice work by Phil Wheaton in his first test of this game.
Excellent save by Wheaton, extending his pads, making a diving save. We're going to get an opportunity to look at it on the replay. Again, excellent pass play by the first line of Brockport. He had to dive over. Key save by Wheaton first period.
Palin with that shot. You get the feeling we're in for an offensive match as we're seeing a lot of 2-on-1s early here at least. 13 is Mike Hegarty for Brockport. 11 is Eberhardt. After the point where the shot is taken on the fly by Del Plato. And now it comes out to center ice. Grant Slater. Ridden off the play nicely by Brockport. It comes back to the point, kept in by Peters. He goes down. And now Brockport comes back. Fighting for the puck. And controlling is Eberhardt, who goes behind the net. Now he loses the puck, and Damiani picks it up. Goes off the stick of Del Plato back to center ice. He overskates the puck, now feeds it back to center. Damiani fighting for it there. Controlled by Brockport. In center, standing on the shot is Hegarty. And back comes Geneseo. Slater turns the net in front. Donnelly unable to connect. Mulligan now. Keeps it off his own net. And now Brockport breaks out. On the right wing, it's Mulligan over center. Tries to get a shot off, blocked by the defense off the stick of Bob Shaw. Casio moves in as well. And now Geneseo comes back. Nice tip pass onto the stick of Roll, who cuts into the middle, ridden off the play. Swift action here early in the first period. It's a 1-0 Geneseo hockey game. We've played about 3.5 minutes. Closing and getting a shot in front. And on the rebound, Roll couldn't put it in. Now it comes back to the point. Klimowicz comes through center. With pressure from Bob Shaw, ridden off the play. And the puck goes high over the bench of Geneseo. We'll have a face-off. With 3 minutes and 31 seconds played in this hockey game, it is a brisk pace off the bat.
I think we've seen some excellent offensive opportunities. Both defenses have given the puck away in their own zone and have to tighten up defensively. Those are both areas both coaches have stressed is one of their areas where they can always use improvement is in their defensive zone, clearing the puck, moving down.
We saw Bob Peterson in his 15th year as head coach at Brockport, the father of Brockport hockey. Face-off controlled by Geneseo. The Ice Knights, Chris Damiani, up to center. Good passing. Onto the stick of Altieri, who breaks in. Gets a shot off. And the rebound goes over the net, and we'll have a face-off. Altieri got the original shot off, and then closing on the rebound was Terry Riley. Sam Crocco true to the cause that time. Let's see it again. Watch out now. Coming right at you.
Centraco made the initial stop. The Brockport defenseman failed to clear that man out, and he got the rebound, but Centraco, he shot it over the net. Got a break there.
Altieri moves it into the zone off the face-off. He closes in to pick up his own shot there. Good work by Altieri, but Brockport breaks out. Number 10 is Eberhardt. Shot in on Wheaton. He steers to the side. Now behind the net. Kept in the zone by Brockport. Now it comes back into center. The pass is intercepted by Andy McLean. Brockport trying to get organized in his own zone. Scott Anderson gets it up to center. Chris Palin. Palin looking for the cutter. Peterson unable to connect. Now Geneseo moves back. Around the boards off the stick of Damiani, kept in by Brockport. The weak shot in front is stopped by Wheaton. That was off the stick of Peterson. Now it comes back out to center. The pass just bounces over the stick of Terry Riley. Then Procco forced to feed it into the corner. Riley in there. 19 is Andy McLean. He has it now. Chris Palin looking for the end-to-end pass over there to Peterson, unable to connect. Puck is loose in front, ridden off by Donnelly, and here comes Geneseo now. Donnelly comes over center. He's onside. Cuts behind the net, looks for the open man in front, can't find one. It comes back to the point. The shot taken there by Casio. Loose puck in front. Brockport skates it off. McGee. Shot is deflected high off the glass. Stays in play on the board. Comes back out onto the ice. Pass in front is knocked down. That's McGee. Puck is loose. Breaking out now is Geneseo. Going forward is Keating. But Sanfrocco way out of his net, feeds it back. The puck is at the point now. Casio winds up. Shot in front, blocked, loose puck. Sanfrocco clears it away. Brockport now. This is John Gross taking a shot. And Wheaton will hold on. We'll have a face-off to his left. In the corner, a little bit of an action as we see number 15. That's McGee going at it with Brockport's number 8. That's Peters. And well, I think that's 3, Damiani. Yes, so Damiani skates out of there to avoid the penalty.
This is an aggressive player, and he certainly didn't want that man in front. A goal action after the whistle.
Look at Paul Duffy and his coaching staff over there. Geneseo. Puck is dropped. It's a 1-0 Geneseo lead. We played 6 minutes into the first period. Peters. Gets it up now to Miller, who dumps it into the zone. Picking up the long rebound is Roll. That's Chris Smith who took that hit from Carmen Del Flato. Miller picks up the puck. He goes down, and out skates Eberhardt. He finds Mulligan, who dumps it into the corner. Gerstein Hegarty takes a hit. Puck is back at center ice. Stolen away nicely. That's Chris Smith who goes into the corner with it. The hit by Jewell. Smith comes out in front, gets a shot off. It is cleared away. Smith still controlling. Del Plato gets it to teammate Eberhardt. Now skating out is Smith. Smith, though, with a heck of a turn here. And now the puck is cleared, and we'll have an icing call. Wheaton stops it. Will come back down the other end of the ice for the face-off. The goal coming at 40 seconds of the first period on the power play. Keaty, his 10th of the season, with Riley the assist. Game while McGee was in the penalty box for hooking. And that's where we stand as we've played just about 7 minutes into this first period.
Play's been pretty even, Steve, when
even
5 and 5. Just that one power play. Even, Steve.
Yeah, there we go. From the point, the weak shot by Shaw is steered clear, as is the rebound. Sanfrocco there both times. Tom Donnelly coming out now. Over the blue line, drops it for McLean. The fight for the puck going down is Gomes for Brockport. The Ice Knights control. Pass in front off the stick of Burmaster. Cannot connect with Altieri. 19 is Andy McLean. Loses the puck. The shot taken goes wide off the stick of Burmaster. Peterson now. Gets it to Gomes. Matt Gomes, one of the brother combinations, goes right in front. This shot flies off the defenseman Casio. Now it's in front again, no one there to pick it up. Sending it back toward the blue line and out of the zone is Bob Shaw of Geneseo. Now it is just dumped right back in by Peterson as Brockport changes up. And Geneseo skates it out. Donnelly looking for a cutting Edie, unable to find him, and we have a whistle for the offside play. Seems to me you've lost your voice a little bit here.
Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, really?
It's just coming back.
Has nothing to do with your opening game for Aquinas this week? You have your first game of the week?
No.
First game of the season, was that?
I kept fairly quiet that game. It was an easy one to coach.
You won that game, did you?
Yeah, we were successful.
We'll talk about that one as we go on. Puck comes down into the Brockport end. Skating it out is Ken Wood. Gets it up to Gross. Gross slides away from the puck. Going into the corner, feeding it out now is Wood again. Puck is loose at center. Brockport does control. Wood finds Gross. Now they lose control. Gross still with it, however. Being pressured nicely by Keedy. Now Brockport just dumps it out, and we'll have the icing call. Having problems controlling.
Geneseo's putting 2 men on the puck carrier, and that's causing some of the problems with Brockport's breakout.
There you see Phil Wheaton, the junior, 6 foot, 175-pounder from Rochester, went to McQuaid High School, a math major, excellent student. He is 20 years old. Goaltender Phil Wheaton for Geneseo, the Ice Knights. We lead in this game 1-0. We've played just about 9 minutes now into the first period. Face-off control by the Ice Knights. Casio moves it around the board. Over here is Roll to control, and his pass goes right onto the stick of Brockport players. Nice work there by Miller. And now Gross comes over the blue line. Didn't quite get his pass ahead to Klimowicz. Puck is loose. Andy Klimowicz lets it fly. Blocked nicely by Wheaton. Gets his own rebound, shoots again, and scores! Excellent work by Bobby Klimowicz. Ties the game 1-1.
That play all started in the over on the board where they left Klimowicz in front. You're going to take a look at it. He didn't give up. He held his position. Wheaton made the initial save, but then the rebound, he got the puck back, put it up over Phil's extended pass. We get another look at it. Initial save, and then the shot. Rebound. Defenseman failed to take out Klimowicz on the second try.
The assist will go to Gross. The time of the goal, 9:24. Klimowicz is 5th of the season, and you got to give him credit for some real excellent work there, real consistency. Puck is loose behind the net, is picked up there by Altieri. As Geneseo goes right back. Casio lets it fly. And Sanfrocco with the save. Rebound long, comes out over the center ice and over the blue line now. Casio picks it up. Back passes for teammate Fran Altieri. Then it moves into the corner. Now comes back out to center ice. This is a break. The shot taken. Burmaster on the breakaway. That'll be Burmaster's 5th goal of the season. Let's watch, Rich.
Sanfrocco was handcuffed by that slap shot. It all started at the far blue line. Burmaster put it nice and low. Sanfrocco just misjudged it. He was out far enough. It was an excellent shot. It all started at the blue line of the Ice Knights when Burmaster stole the puck from the Eagle defenseman.
5th goal of the season for Burmaster. The assist will go to Wolf.
Burmaster from Wolf.
And the time of the goal is 10 minutes, 7 seconds, so things are happening quickly here. And action continues hot and heavy down in front of Phil Wheaton. Damiani out to center ice. Puck moved ahead to Donnelly. Takes the hit. Shot taken off the deflection by Damiani, and we have a whistle as number 14's square off behind the net. That would be Scott Anderson and Chip Golombeski. Here's Anderson. It's some heavy hitting as you see Donnelly going down on the check by Anderson, and then behind the net a little bit later, Anderson took a little bit of heat for that check from the Geneseo player, Golembeski.
I think Tom came up too high when he was trying to go around the Brockport player, and so getting tapped on the shoulder and losing his balance a little bit.
Face off to the right of Sam Frocco. There you see Scott Anderson. Off the draw, the puck is intercepted by Gilmore, but he can't do anything with it. Matt Gomes behind his own net. Pressured nicely by Mike Roll, but Gomes breaks free. On the left wing over the blue line, looking at center, control. Gets it to center in front, but taking a little bit too long to get the shot off was, that was Opatowicz for Brockport. Now it's behind the net. There's a shot right in front again. That one off the stick of McLean, and the tie-up puck, and we have a face-off. He's getting a little bit chippy out there, but Wheaton held on, and we'll have a face-off to his, probably to his left. Let's watch these saves now.
Wheaton had to come up big as the Ice Knight defenseman failed to clear out the goal, and then we're going to get another opportunity to see that Wheaton had to come up, cover up again the rebound.
Both times it was Andy McLean. First time it looked like he may have held on just a little bit too long, trying to fake Wheaton out, and let's give him credit for not getting faked out there.
Ice Knights are going to have to clear out the Brockport defense forwards out at the front of the net.
The clock comes right back to the point. Charlie Link. Now, here comes big Chuck Burmaster. Puck is free. Coming back is Gross for Brockport. Takes a hit from Casio. Roll. Gets it up from center. Taking a hit, but as he received it in, that was Mark Miller for Geneseo. Controlling the puck now is Geneseo. They dump it right back into the zone as they change up. Brockport. Intercepted pass there by Shaw, and the offside called before the play could develop as Shaw intercepted that pass coming through center. Put him back over the blue line just a little bit quickly. Just that's offside.
Coach Duffy's bench.
Coach Duffy from Coppercliff, Ontario. Off the break. Breaking in, trying to control as Mulligan can't do so. The puck is right back out here to the blue line. The delayed offside is called off. Wheaton wasted no time breaking out too if he had to. Now it comes back to center ice. This is Altieri. He has Riley on his wing. Riley skates behind the net to pick up the pass. Now Brockport controls. Altieri moves into the picture. And it comes right in on Sam Frocco, who just puts his big catching glove on top of the puck, tying it up for the faceoff. Between the periods, we will be going back to our studios back in Rochester, WXXI, as we are in the middle of our membership drive, of course. The phone number for you to call if you would like to help support ECAC hockey here on Channel 291, 454-6300. And between the first and second periods, you'll have a good opportunity to call in. We will give you plenty of time between the periods. If you want to call now, you can, but as we say, we'll give you plenty of time between the periods to help support ECAC hockey here on Channel 21. We have played 12 minutes, 25 seconds into this first period, a 2-1 hockey game. Geneseo ahead. Off the face-off. And Frocco has to be wide awake. He came right in on him. He skated it into the corner. Puck comes out. The shot taken, hits the post. Off the stick of Keedy, who has one goal already in this one. Puck kept in, now breaking out. This is Del Plato. The shot off the stick of Mulligan goes wide on the far side. Play goes into the corner. Del Plato out in front, no one there to pick it up in a green jersey. And the Ice Knights break back. Able to get the pass ahead, though, from the stick of, under the stick of Donnelly. Now the open man is Mulligan. But he doesn't get very far as the Ice Knights break back again. Back over to the point. Kept in by Bogan. Bogan retreats back to his post point. Del Plato now for Brockport. Side-to-side pass. And going into the corner and ripping off the play by the defense for Geneseo. Behind his own net, Chris Damiani. Miller tees it up nicely to Roll. And he is ridden off the play. Matt Gomes tied up in the corner with Roll. No whistle yet. Now breaking out with the puck and feeding it into center nicely is Smith, but the puck is ridden off. And now it comes back out to center. We've played 14 minutes into the first period. A 2-1 lead for Geneseo. And Crocco keeps the puck moving behind the net. Miller with it. Falling down, or almost falling down, but losing his balance is Smith. Now Miller goes into the corner with Scott Anderson. They tie it up there as a couple more players move in, and we'll have a face-off. With Scott Anderson, you have an aggressive hitter, according to Coach Peterson. Guy who can move the puck offensively. And now we have some action here.
Ladies and gentlemen, score. We have the
Take a look at Chris Smith here. Nice haircut there, Chris.
That's what happened.
Really? Go back. We're going to have a couple of penalties here. We didn't see it on the screen. There was a bit of an altercation after the whistle between number 3, that's Matt Gomes for Brockport. And going into the penalty box is, I believe it's Mike Roll for...
I believe Mark Miller also.
Oh, there's another one.
Roughing all the way around, okay? There's a roughing penalties all the way around. Off two? Yeah. 3 green, 12 white, 25 white, all minors roughing.
25, as you see, is Roll. Miller is number 12. So it'll be a 4-on-3 here for the next 2 minutes. Well, they make it a 5-on-4 because of the matching second strike.
Going to make a comment. Freshmen were showing a lot of maturity, unfortunately, in that situation. The Ice Knights players suckered into a couple of
Gomes will sit for 2 minutes for Brockport. It will be a 4-on-3 here now with Brockport with a man advantage. He's called it 14-23 of the first period.
2 minutes for Rufford. That's Miller.
Developed here. Brockport with a man advantage.
14 minutes.
Gross.
23 seconds.
Riley's taking off the play. With Gross control. Drops it back to the point where Link takes it up. Shot taken over there by Wood. Geneseo now tries to clear. Unable to do so. Link lines it up again. Right in front. It is loose and comes back out to center ice. Coming up to stop the play is San Crocco, but instead it is picked up by Link, who cuts through center. Charlie Link gets it onto the stick of Klimowicz, who goes into the corner. Finds the man in front. The shot taken there by Wood. And Wheaton is there again as the puck is cleared back down. 1:15 remaining on the power play advantage for Brockport. 4-on-3. Wood brings it right into the slot. Good defensive play there by Burmaster, but Wood still controls. Now it is locked in the stick of Link. And Brockport retreats. John Gross winding up. Over the blue line. He falls down, no play. No foul, I should say. The rebound comes off the backboard, out in the front. Don Casio gets sandwiched there. Hit again and goes down. Corner, and it comes back out to center ice after Ken Wood cannot keep it in. 29 seconds to go on the man advantage for Brockport. Lining up and taking the shot, hitting the pipe. That was John Gross again. 15 seconds to go on the 4-on-3. Man advantage for Brockport. They'll wind up one more time here. Gross. Now the puck is cleared in as both teams are now back at full strength. Starting is up. Shot taking the pass, got deflected in front. Wheaton was there each time. Now skating out in front, Brockport.
Got another penalty.
Pass in front. Yes, we're going to have a delayed call. I'm surprised that there's no attempt to clear here. up and we'll hear the call. It took, I'll tell you, it took San Francisco a good 15 seconds to realize that the late call was coming up, and they never did get the sixth man on the ice, but now we'll hear the call going against Geneseo. Damiani's going into the penalty box. And Roll going in with him.
He was just in there.
25. Legal substitution. 2 minutes.
Legal substitution?
Yeah.
What's the story there?
Number 3, minor hooking.
Too many men on the ice. So Damiani goes off for hooking, and Roll will serve the too many men on the ice penalty. But did he come on too quickly after
Steve,
the...
I believe the official was right there, and the penalty wasn't completely over, and he stepped on too soon.
Aha. Let's see how that affects things.
Here on the penalty.
Let's look at the call here on
Geneseo
Damiani.
State's number 3, Chris Damiani. 2 minutes for hooking. To Geneseo State's number 25, Mike Gold. 2 minutes for an illegal substitution. That's Damiani for hooking.
Damiani goes off for hooking at 16:54.
Time of
And it is Roll for
16 minutes.
the illegal
54
substitution.
seconds.
16:54 the time of those penalties. So Brockport goes right back on the power play, and what a power play it is, a 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes.
This is their opportunity to tie the score up.
Brockport trails in the game 2-1. The first goal coming at 40 seconds a game on the power play. Keating from Riley. Keating's 10th of the season. Clinwood tied the game at the 9:24 mark. His 5th of the season with an assist by Gross. And then Burmaster, just a few seconds later at 10:07, put Brockport, Geneseo back at the 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand right now. But Brockport, as we said, with an excellent committee with a 5-on-3. Let's see what happens. Off the face-off, cutting right in, but losing the puck as he's stealing in with Danny McLean. Now it's in front. And right away, Paul Peterson hits the tie to score.
Still had no chance on that shot by Peterson. It was set up excellent by McLean, and Peterson one-timed it low 6 times. Take another look at it. Waste any time. Paul had excellent body position. Still had no chance on that goal. Again, penalties hurt.
So the 4-year senior, son of the coach, physical education and sports management major, scoring his 6th goal of the season. And we have a tie hockey game again on the power play at 17:05. The assist going to Andy McLean, and another one going to John Gross.
The second Brockport State goal. Paul Peterson. Assist by number 19, Andy McLean. And by number 16,
Brockport
John
still
Gross.
has an advantage.
That's Peterson from McLean and Gross.
So they start the minute 38 with the power play.
5 seconds.
And an opportunity for the Golden Eagles. Number 10 is Peterson. Up through center. Has Palin with him. Geneseo unable to clear the puck out. Gross looking in front, looking to connect with Peterson, unable to do so. Gross again. Passes to Palin. Right in front, hits the post again off his shot from the stick of Peterson. Comes back out to the point where winding up and taking the shot is Gross. Steered over the net by Wheaton. Puck just sits there. Now Brockport closes. Palin in front. And now the puck is ripped out of there. And with 48 seconds to go on the power play, Brockport regroups. They've already scored once on this power play. Now this is that goal. Loses control. Nice work down there by Gary Peters. And we'll have to whistle on the face-off right down here in front of us. As sticks go high 1-4.
It looks like these two teams have no love lost to each other. It's a key game.
Take a look at Matt Stone. He is from Rumford, Rhode Island, a junior. And you see your score, 2-2. It's been an excellent hockey game so far. Great action here tonight on Channel 21. And we're glad you're with us tonight. Steve Hausman along with Rich Gamble. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night here on Channel 21. Minute and a half to go in the first period. Still about 29 seconds to go on the power play for Brockport. As Sanfrocco moves it around the boards. It hits that funny little section there in front. We're going to have it 3 or 4 times in games here at the Geneseo, as they really know those bounces, but they couldn't connect that time, the Ice Knights. The puck pops back out to center ice with 7 seconds to go on the power play. Mulligan winding up. Takes the shot. Save. The rebound comes right up. The Ice Knights come back. Edie into the slot, winding up and shooting. And Donnelly, nothing loose in front, comes back out. Casio picks it up. 45 seconds to go first period. Then Rocco stops and dumps it back into the corner. Picked up there by Joel. Nice pass up here to Gross, who cuts over the blue line. Gross takes the shot and saved there by Wheat. Gross with the rebound, puts it in front, loses control. Donnelly now. Brockport gets it up to center ice, roll over the right wing, winds up, takes a wide shot, comes back out to the blue line. Kept in there by Casio. 17 seconds to go first period. Let's go. Move it. Del Plato now loses control with 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds. First period will end. Shots on net in the first period. Brockport with 15, Geneseo with 16. The score after 1 period of play here at Geneseo is 2-2. The Ice Knights and the Golden Eagles. We will recap first period action and show you the highlights shortly. Right now, though, we go back 25 miles to the north to our WXXI studios for some good folks to tell you how you can let us know you're enjoying this game. Getting ready for second period action, Steve Hausman along with Rich Gamble. You know, Rich, we talked at the beginning of the game about the possible letdown factor. Geneseo perhaps looking past Brockport tonight, but tomorrow night's biggie with Plattsburgh. Well, the Ice Knights indicated very early that that was not the case. As with Brockport's Dan McGee in the penalty box, Geneseo's top scorer, John Keaty, scored the game's first goal just 40 seconds into the game. Let's take a look.
Riley did the work in the boards. Pass came out. Keaty used an excellent wrist shot to beat Sanfrocco high over the glove.
Riley got the assist at 40 seconds into the game. Brockport came back at 9:24 on this goal by Eddie Klimowitz, his 5th, after Wheaton made a nice save right there.
It was perseverance that Klimowitz paid off. He got his own rebound and put it in past Wheaton's stick side.
Gross the assist, as you can see. Just 43 seconds later, Geneseo regained the lead on a Chuck Burmaster slap shot on this breakaway.
This just simply handcuffed Sanfrocco. He was out far enough, but a hard shot, low glove side, beat Sanfrocco. Burmaster worked hard during that goal.
10:07 the time of that goal. Burmaster's 5th of the season. John Wolf gets the assist. Then at 17:05, Brockport's second goal on a 2-man advantage. Just 11 seconds into that power play, Brockport's Paul Peterson from McQuaid scored this goal.
The one-touch shot, Wheaton had no chance, and the setup was excellent.
It was Peterson's 4th power play goal of the season. He led this team with 11 power play goals this year. Geneseo then held the rest of the way of that man disadvantage. The shots on net in that first period, Brockport with 15, Geneseo with 16, and that's where we stand. 2-2 as we head into the middle period here at Geneseo, the Wilson Ice Arena. There we get a good look at Phil Wheaton as he pens shop there in front of his net. Wheaton with a good period in that first period. There we see Bob Peterson, who is in his 15th season as head coach at Brockport. He is a health science professor at the college. And gathering in front of their coach as well over there, Paul Duffy, is the Ice Knights from Geneseo. Just about ready for second period action. Exciting first period, one of the better periods I think we've seen this season so far in our ECAC broadcast.
Both teams are showing a lot of intensity and driving for the net. I thought the forwards on both teams played real well the first period.
Both teams open the second period, 5-on-5, no one in the penalty box. We had quite a few penalties in that first period, but we start this one, both teams at full strength. Brockport controls the puck. This is McGee taking a shot, steered clear by the stick of Wheaton into the corner. Puck is tied up in the corner. skated out by Riley. Riley onto the stick of Altieri, who clears it in. Picked up there by Scott Anderson for Brockport. He feeds it up now to center. And controlling the puck there is Klimowicz, who has the goal in this game. Klimowicz keeps it in. Shoots it down into the corner. Casio behind the net. Comes up here in the left wing. Picked up by Terry Riley, who's pressured and ridden off by Scott Anderson nicely, but we're going to have a penalty. Anderson did something in there, and he's going to go into the penalty box for 2 minutes, I believe, on the high stick. Let's listen in. High stick is the call.
Hold it right, Steve.
No.
What a breakthrough.
No, those hand signals help a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does. So we will see another Ice Knights power play. Their first goal of the game was scored on the power play. That was the Keedy goal, 40 seconds in. And we saw Bobby Klimowicz skate into the wrong penalty box. So Klimowicz, 57 seconds into the second period, the high stick. And as we said, it'll be a second power play opportunity now for Geneseo. Off the draw, Casio controls. The shot taken, blocked in front by the defense off the stick of Burmaster, and now Brockport comes back. That was McLean with the shot. Now Burmaster will set it up, leaves it for Donnelly, who skates out. Burmaster, Donnelly again over his blue line. Having problems organizing. Now Brockport can't clear it. Now it comes back out toward the blue line. Kept in by Riley. Riley runs into the official. Riley controlling again now. Casio at the point. Passes it up the boards to Riley. Kept in there by Burmaster, who winds up. A deflection in front goes wide. And now the puck is grabbed at the side of the net by Sanfrocco, and we'll have a face-off. Sticks fly again, and we're going to have a couple penalties called. At least one, we'll see. It is going to be one penalty. It looks like it's going to go against Brockport. That'll be Ken Wood for roughing. And this will mean a two-man advantage now for Geneseo. Still 1:11 to go on the first penalty. And now with Wood going in for 2 minutes, that'll be a 1 minute 11-second two-man advantage. Let's watch it. This is where the official gets it. I'll tell you, it's rough out there.
They always got to be moving, Steve. And he tried to get out of the way, but
had nowhere to go.
He ran out of space.
So now Geneseo with a two-man advantage. Let's see what they can do. Pass comes right in front. Nice save over there by Sanfrocco off the powerful shot by Burmaster. Center ice, Riley. And offside on the pass over there on the right wing as John Keedy preceded the puck over the blue line. So we'll have a face-off.
What the Ice Knights are trying to do on the power play is overload one side and try to get the guy in the back door type of situation, but Sanfrocco rose to the occasion on that last shot.
Sanfrocco, the big 6-foot goaltender from Rome, New York, 175 pounds. He's a junior. You see our score, 2-2. We've played about 2 minutes into the second period. Geneseo on the two-man advantage for the next 43 seconds. Rushing up, this is Burmaster over the blue line. Drops it for Keedy, who lets it go through a screen, goes wide on the short side. Casio controls now at this point. Closes. The shot in front by Burmaster in the save. Now Casio closes, looking. Over to Burmaster again and save. Burmaster tries to get it over to Casio, but the puck is poked away. Casio falls down. Nice play there by Juel to poke the puck away. Now on the right wing, Riley brings it into the corner. Looking as he skates behind the net. Still controlling. Riley. Leaves it for Casio. Brockport with one man back now. 46 seconds to go on the one-man advantage for Geneseo. And now controlling the puck is Gross for Brockport. He just lets it slide and eat up some time. And Casio controls behind his own net. 32 seconds to go on the power play. Casio's pass goes wide and comes back down into Geneseo territory. And with a player down up here to our left, we have a stoppage of play.
A penalty called on the player for doing that.
It'll be a high stick. And there you see, who is that? Can we tell? It looks like number 18. Yes, that would be Klimowitz. Feeling his neck there, which indicates that the high stick probably got him in the neck area. And going into the penalty box is Geneseo's John Wolf.
Minor, make an announcement. Objects being thrown on the ice.
So you folks at home, don't throw stuff at your TV set tonight, please. Someone could get hurt. You see Bobby Klimowitz, who was taken down on the check, the high stick by John Wolf. So Wolf will spend 2 minutes in the penalty box, and that'll negate the power play advantage certainly for Geneseo. In fact, in 23 seconds, Brockport will have a man advantage. So the teams will skate 4-on-4 for the next 23 seconds. And then the Golden Eagles will have the power play. And no sooner do they ask that you not throw things on the ice, someone throws something on the ice. Now we're just about set to go. The penalty call to Wolf coming at 3:23 of the second period. It's a 2-2 hockey game. We're at the Wilson Ice Arena on the campus of Geneseo. Steve Hausman with Rich Gamble. Glad you could join us tonight on WXXI. Collecting the puck is Paul Peterson. He is pressured by Roll. Both players go down. Nice work by Mike Roll. The puck goes into the corner. Now skating out with it and getting a shot off nicely is Chris Smith, forcing San Francisco to hold on, and we'll have a face-off.
Good pressure by the Ice Knights forwards, causing the Golden Eagles to cuff up in their own zone. San Francisco had to be sharp on that.
Smith, the 18-year-old from Rochester, stealing the puck nicely and going in.
We looked at the replay there. San Francisco had to come up sharp. He was sharp on that penalty kill also.
It's now a power play situation for Brockport as they have their 5-on-4. Palin controls, being pressured by Mike Roll. Palin brings it over the blue line, stops and holds, looks, closes, passes on the give and go in front. Palin misses on the far side. Nice play, however, on the give and go. Comes back to the point where McLean. And Gomes will get credit for that goal as he let it fly. It appears as if Wheaton made the initial save, but it squeaked through his net, squeaked through his legs into the net. Bottom line is it's a 3-2 lead now for Brockport. Let's watch.
Okay, Gomes' shot. You'll see Wheaton make the initial save, but it goes through his leg. So you have an opportunity to get another look at it. And again, Wheaton failed to close his legs. The shot went through.
Palin will get an assist, and for Gomes, his second goal of the year on the power play.
That was a good setup by Brockport. They used an umbrella type of offense to create that situation.
A whistle for a stoppage of play. Time of the goal, 4:19. The assist going to, well, now let's see. Was it Gomes who scored the goal, or was it Palin? It was Palin who gets credit for the goal. Okay. Gomes on the assist. The time of the goal coming at 4:19. It was a power play goal. The bottom line here is that Brockport is a 3-2 lead, and here comes Geneseo back. Brockport controls, however. Hagerty goes into the corner with Casio. Golubeski keeps the puck moving. It is in front. Wheaton forced to make a save on the slap shot. Skating around in front. What a play. Fantastic play by Mulligan. And hooking the puck in for the fourth goal now for Brockport.
Failure to clear. They tried to clear it around the Ice Knight defenseman, and this is an excellent setup. They tried to jam it in on the spot. The defenseman in front failed to clear the Golden Eagle out front, forward out front.
Well, give Mike Mulligan an excellent star for that one as he just swung the net nicely. And there you see in the net behind Phil Wheaton. The goal scored by number 5, that's Ken Wood. This is going to Hegarty. Eberhardt. I hear that one, though. Well, I think we're going to see a change on that scoring.
Yeah.
It was clearly Mulligan who set that one up. But be that as it may, it is a 4-2 hockey game, as Brockport has scored 2 goals within about 40 seconds of each other here.
Penalties have hurt the flow of Geneseo's game, and Brockport's taken in the advantage.
Brockport riding a wave here as they come back one more time. Gross lets it fly. Nice hit by Klimowitz. Brockport seems to sense something here. Gross over there in front. Puck is ridden off. Geneseo can't clear, however. Damiani. Team captain Chris Damiani. Now the puck comes back out to center ice. Damiani trying to control, looking for it in his skates. Pressured by Klimowitz. Puck is still loose. Comes back into the Brockport zone. Gomes trying to skate it out. Pressured there by Altieri. Now Damiani controls. Puck goes into center ice, knocked right back in. Greg Peters behind his own net. Loses the puck in front. Things aren't going well right now for Geneseo at all. Puck is loose in front again. The shot goes off the post, off the stick of Peterson. Now the puck in front one more time. This time the shot by McLean goes over the net. And now Geneseo breaks out. This is Altieri. Nice move. Gets a weak shot off, however. He comes off as Geneseo changes up. Getting behind the net. Chris Smith. Goaltender Sam Franco has lost his stick. Now he has it back, and it comes all the way down. No icing. It is waved off. Wheaton keeps the puck behind the net. Comes up here to Miller, who loses. Miller now controls. Can't find anyone to pass to. Skates it into the boot of teammate Chris Smith. Geneseo having problems just getting out of its own zone. 12:37 to go, second period. 4-2, Brockport in the lead.
Brockport's employed an excellent forecheck on their Ice Knights defense. They're having difficult moving.
Palin now. Gets it to McLean. This is Palin in front. Shot goes wide. It comes in front again. Right at the feet of Wheaton. And Wheaton falls on the puck. We'll have a face-off. Bill Wheaton being tested every which way.
You can't fault Phil on the effort he's putting in tonight. He's facing a lot of shots. He's going to get another look at it. Phil had to be sharp, clear the rebound. And again, he's facing 2 or 3 shots. The Ice Knight defense is going to have to clear that guy out in front.
The goaltender can usually make the initial save, but when he has to be called upon to try to stop that second, third, or fourth shot, the more shots he's got to stop, the more problems he's going to have. The officials now will try to get the net back on the pins. So far this period, Brockport with a 7-4 shots advantage, and it's showing on the scoreboard. You see right in front of you the 4-2 Brockport lead.
Since that penalty opportunity Geneseo had, they've generated very little offense, Steve. Brockport seems to get life after killing those 2 minutes on.
Okay, play back underway again. Puck is at center ice. Now, a bit of a break here for Brockport, but ridden off the play nicely. That was Damiani on the check. Keedy breaks right in front. Big sandwich. He is ridden off the play, but still controlling his Geneseo as Donnelly got a shot off. Donnelly in the give and go with Riley in front, but unable to collect his Golumbesky. Going into the corner, Golumbesky with Mulligan. A couple of hits in there. Then Franco feeds it back out. Brockport trying to get it over the blue line. They managed to do so, and here's a break. Charlie Link takes a shot, but we have a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty call. And it's going to go against Brockport's Mike Mulligan.
Slashing. I saw the signal on that one.
So now Geneseo with an opportunity to get back in this game. They trail 4-2, but they'll have the power play advantage now for the next 2 minutes. As at 8:31, Mulligan goes in on the slash. Third power play opportunity now for Geneseo. They are 1 of 2. The goal, by the way, that Palin scored at 4:19 to give Brockport the 3-2 lead, his 10th of the year and his 20th point. So Palin is off to a hot start. And then Brockport went ahead at 4:52 on the 5th goal of the season by Ken Wood. That's where we stand, 4-2. 11:22 to go, second period. Geneseo on the power play. This is Burmaster. Moving it to Donnelly. Skated off, however, by Anderson, and he just dumps it back out to center. Casio retreating. Wheaton comes way out of his net. The puck goes off the stick of Gross. Now Casio gets it over to Riley. Riley looking for Burmaster, but the pass is knocked down. Now Burmaster controls with Donnelly. This is Donnelly behind the net to Riley. Couldn't control the puck. And a clearing pass out of the zone by Brockport. 1:15 to go on the power play. Sean Casio. Looking. Now he turns. He has Burmaster there, who can't move very well, so he gets it back over to Casio, who just dumps it in. Keedy over there. Back to the point, Burmaster. Puck is deflected. And letting it fly out of the zone, back down behind the goaltender, Phil Wheaton, is Kunowitz.
Brockport's done a good job again, showing this penalty off so far.
35 seconds to go on the man advantage for Geneseo. They trail in the game 4-2. The shot taken from the point by Burmaster goes wide. Casio gathers it in. And now it is dumped back out again as Chris Palin feeds it down the full length of the ice with 15 seconds to go on the power play. And a whistle, and we shall see what this is for. It'll be a face-off at center ice. We have 13 seconds to go on the power play for Brockport, rather for Geneseo. A 4-2 hockey game. It was a 2-2 hockey game after the first period, but those two quick goals, 33 seconds apart by Brockport, by Palin, and by Wood, have given them the 4-2 lead. On the draw, the puck comes back down to the left of Phil Wheaton, gathered up there by Gary Peters with 5 seconds to go on the Geneseo power play. Peters holds. Now a bad pass, and it is stolen away by Brockport. Getting the shot off is Mulligan, but right in front, skated off by Chris Smith. Scary moment there. Both teams back at full strength now. 12 is Miller. And we're going to have a penalty call as Miller was... Miller, I guess they're going to call them both, or is it just going to be... Yes, it'll be both players. Miller was taken down. And you'll see in the picture there that Mulligan is a bit hurt. He's holding his right shoulder. And we'll see what the call is. Miller is already in the penalty box. And the door is open on the Brockport penalty box. And I have a feeling that Mulligan will be going in.
Okay, I got number 12 white. He's got a minor high stick, a minor unsportsman. Number 2 green, a minor elbow.
The official tacked 2 more on there for something that was said.
Mr. Miller didn't hear the referee's graces in that one.
Luckily, we didn't hear it. Certainly not during fundraising. You don't want to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, the situation is this. It'll be 4 minutes in the penalty box for Geneseo, 2 minutes in the penalty box for Mulligan of Brockport.
And unfortunately, is a freshman mistake, letting your emotions get to you and lashing out at the referee.
So Miller will serve 4 minutes.
For elbowing.
Miller, the freshman from Clinton, New York. So we'll see now what happens as Brockport goes on the... they'll skate 2 men apiece here, 4 men apiece here for 2 minutes, and then Brockport will go on the power play. 10:50 the time of the penalties. Brockport closing right in. That's McLean with the puck. Palin skated off by Brockport's John Wolf. Wolf looking to gather up the loose puck. Shoots it ahead to Altieri, who comes over the blue line. Follow-up shot taken by Fiorella for Geneseo. Goes off the skate of Sanfrocco. And now we're going to have a delay call against Geneseo. Sanfrocco is out of the net, and we'll have another penalty call going against Geneseo.
I don't know if we'll get a look at that replay, but number 11 got the hook.
Yeah, that's Fran Altieri who joins Miller in the penalty box. Let's take a peek.
We're going to get a look because I think Chris Palin did an excellent dive on that play and sort of did his act to draw that penalty.
Well, Palin is a business major, but maybe he has an acting minor at Brockport. 11:39 the time of that penalty as Palin pulled a real great new game at that time. So Brockport goes on the power play for the 5th time tonight. They are 2 of 4 so far.
Yeah, again, you'll notice the trend. The penalties are coming from freshmen mostly. The inexperience is starting to show. I thought they had more maturity, but they're showing that taking those penalties could be costly, especially down 2 goals.
Well, here we are with Brockport, a 4-on-3 now. They lead in the game 4-2. 8:15 to go, middle period. On the open man, the shot taken in front by McLean. Steers clear by Wheaton. Comes back out to the point. Closing over there. Now the puck is behind the net. Brockport controlling, poked away by Damiani. Damiani trying to control and coming out to center. Picked up by John Gross for the Golden Eagles. Gross over the blue line. He has Peterson cutting in front, but Peterson covered nicely by Damiani. So now it's over to Peterson, who lets it go, and Wheaton stops it. Keedy in the corner, trying to control, having problems. Comes back to the point. Gomes. Shot is stopped again by Wheaton. Busy man. Now Gomes can't keep it in the zone, and it comes back down full length of the ice. Now it is a 2-man advantage for Brockport as one of their penalties is up. Closing and taking the shot is Gross, and Wheaton holds on.
That's what Phil's going to have to do, Steve, is cover his rebounds, control them with a 2-man advantage against them.
There are 40 seconds remaining on the penalty to Fran Altieri, and still 1:51 seconds to go on the double-minded to Mark Miller. So it is a 40-second 2-man advantage for Brockport here. And then after that, they'll have about 1:10 seconds of a 1-man advantage. So Brockport already leading in this game 4-2 on 2 goals in the second period, with a golden opportunity to tack 1, maybe 2 more on here. The 5 is Ken Wood. And now we have a whistle, and another penalty is going to be called. There's action in front as Casio tangled with Brockport's Gross, and I'm not sure who's drawing the penalty here. The door swings open for the Brockport penalty box.
Mr. Gross.
And Gross will go off. Gross, the junior from West Seneca, New York. Tripping is the call. 13:06 of the second period, so that evens things off now at well, not quite. It'll still be a 4-on-3. I get a little confused with all these penalties.
Getting quite a few right now.
Okay, it's a 4-on-3 for Brockport here. Sizing up the situation, that's Wood. Comes back out to the blue line. Link takes the shot. Moving in and trying to get the rebound is Kunowitz. Skating out with it is Wood now. Wood with it here now, I should say. Number 15 is McGee. Now it comes all the way down. 1 penalty is up for Brockport, for Geneseo rather, so now it is a 4-on-4 situation. winding up, taking the shot. And now the puck goes high in the air into the rafters, and we'll have a face-off. The shot taken by McGee there, and then the rebound was knocked into the netting above the arena here at the Wilson Ice Arena. 58 seconds remaining on the double-minor to Mark Miller, and 1 minute 14 seconds remaining on the Brockport penalty.
With 6 minutes to go in the second period, Steve, Geneseo would like to get something going here.
John Gross serving the 2-minute penalty for Brockport for tripping. As we said, he has 1 minute 14 to serve, so it'll be a 16-second power play if things stand as they are for Geneseo in 58 seconds. The draw comes back to Anderson who lets it go. Rebound in front, able to collect is Hegarty, and now Geneseo clears it back out to center ice. That's Gomes fighting with Burmaster for the puck. Brockport comes out. Big number 3, Matt Gomes. Goes into the corner with Peters. Now Burmaster. And Damiani now controls for Brockport. For Geneseo. I'll get it straight. Hang in there, guys. Getting my whites and my greens confused. And now as the puck comes over the blue line, we have the whistle and a stoppage of play. 22 seconds remaining on the double-minor to Miller. And 38 seconds to the penalty to Gross. Face-off will be right outside the blue line.
Yeah, taking a look at Chris Damiani, their captain. He's their leader back on defense because they have a young defense on that Ice Night team.
Damiani is a 5'11 senior, 21 years old, from Buffalo, New York, a psychology major with an economics minor, 4-year veteran. Back of his own net, Matt Gomes. Pass intended right at the blue line for McGee, and the whistle sounds, so we'll have another face-off. Things getting a little sluggish here with 5:18 to go in the middle period. We'll remind you that between the second and third periods, we'll hear from Arnie Bolt, as we do each game here on Channel 21 with his ECAC update. Take a look at some of the action from this past week.
You see some of the fans.
She's got her sign confused there.
I know.
Ganitsky.
Is that a new name?
That's the... Okay, let's get back to the action. McGee comes out, gets a weak shot off on Wheaton, who steers it clear. It is now a power play advantage for the next 5 seconds for Geneseo. As the puck is loose at center ice, now Geneseo controls. Number 6 is Del Plato. 21 is Palin. Now roll. Both teams back at full strength. Finally. And the puck comes the full length of the ice. Wheaton down to one knee to stop it. Leaves it for Sean Cassio. Puck comes to center ice. Where Del Plato loses. Cassio can't control. 4:25 to go middle period. A little bit ragged now. Mark Miller going into the corner with it is Chris Smith. Riley tries to feed it in front, and a whistle in front, and we'll see what it is now. He's going to have a face-off outside the zone.
Man in the crease.
Okay. Scoring in this middle period, Chris Palin at 4:19 on the power play. And then at 4:52, the goal scored by Ken Wood, and that's where we stand, the 4-2 lead. Now, we'll see, this is the perfect example of the man going through the crease. And really, it was a matter of Mark Miller having no choice because he was kind of pushed through the crease. But nonetheless, the puck comes out to outside the blue line, and that's where the drop happens. Off the draw, Damiani lets it fly, and now on the rebound, John Keaty gets a good shot off, and Sanfrocco holds on. We'll have a face-off with 4:08 to go in the middle period.
Steve, your comment about the flow of the game. Penalties affect the flow. It affects line changes. They're having to kill penalties. The players get a little tired, especially the key impact players. They're usually the ones having to kill off some of the penalties, or even on the power play. The flow of the game has been really herky-jerky this period.
Well, it is to the advantage of Brockport as they hold the lead here, and you know, they want to control the flow of the game, whether it be herky-jerky or whether it be to their advantage. Petey tries to move the puck ahead to Donnelly. It goes into the corner where Donnelly and Link collide. Controlled by Golombeski. Now it comes back out to center ice. Mike Amato controlling for Brockport. He goes down. Picked up by Peters. No call there. Mulligan responds. Big deflection in front, and it would be no goal. No goal.
The referee signaled high stick.
And let's listen.
Ryan Green, 10-minute misconduct. No goal. High stick locked in with a high stick.
Good call, Rich. You had it. And Neil Opatowicz took exception to the fact that there was a whistle there before the goal, and he's going off for 10 minutes. Let's see if we can see it again.
He's going to get a chance to look at it. Here's the high stick right there. And he's probably claiming he didn't hit it as it went in the net. With a stick.
There was a misconduct penalty. The high stick stopped the play before the goal was scored, and then he drew the misconduct for disagreeing with the call. You can't be a player and an official at the same time.
Neil probably used verbal abuse, verbal frustration. There should have been a goal.
Well, Opatowicz will spend 10 minutes in the penalty box. Misconduct does not affect the number of players on the ice. Both teams will skate 5-on-5. Time of that penalty at 16:27 on the misconduct call.
That's a tough call to make for an official, but he was right on the play.
Yeah, I have to say it was a good call because there was a definite high stick. I believe there was another high stick before the one we saw in the replay as well. And I believe that's the one that they called. Okay, play is back in with 3.5 minutes to go, and now we'll have another face-off for batting the puck. You could see that Phil Wheaton knew right away that it was no goal. He jumped right out of his crease to make the call himself, but the official was right there to make the call. That would have been a tough one for Geneseo to absorb there because it would have made it 5-2 instead of still a 4-2 hockey game. Scott Anderson colliding over there. 21 is Fiorella, who's seeing a lot of action tonight. Now cutting over the blue line is Gross. And Wheaton holds on again as closing right in front of him is Dan McGee. Game is getting very, very chippy. And the officials, Dan Murphy and Gary Little, doing their best to control things, but it is getting a little out of hand. The crowd seems to love it. But the coaches don't, I guarantee that. 3:09 to go, middle period.
Brockport's done a good job, Steve, along the board. They've won the battle so far.
Riley wins the draw with Klimowitz, but it is intercepted by McGee. Play in front again. Anderson lets it go. The puck is loose in front. Oh, what a save that time by Wheaton. Stealing a goal that time. Great save by Wheaton. It comes all the way down. Unbelievable hit put on by Fiorella. Puck is loose in front. Burmaster loses to Gomes. Gomes takes some heat. Now Riley gets into it. In front and unable to control is Fiorella. Now we have a whistle. I believe the net came off the pins.
That's excellent action, Steve.
Oh, boy. The save down here by Wheaton. Just an unbelievable one.
As soon as we see DeBoard squirt, we're going to get a chance to look at Wheaton's key save there. He had it with sharp, 2 excellent saves. And then, just as I was saying that the Eagles were banging the boards, the Ice Knights went at it, controlled the play in the Brockport end.
2:27 to go, middle period. 4-2, Brockport in the lead on 2 second period goals early in this second period. The draw, the pass is intercepted by Miller. To the point, Damiani. His shot is blocked by Hegarty. Now Roll keeps it moving into the zone. It comes back out. Roll can't pick up the puck. And Wheaton is forced to come out of the net to leave it for Damiani, who starts up the side. Moves it to Chris Smith, who shoots. Stick save nicely, and it comes off the pins again as Sanfrocco made the save. And we'll have another face-off with 1:56 to go, middle period. A game that is running in spurts. A little bit sloppy for a while, and then both teams seem to come on at the same time.
The action's picked up since they've been playing 5-on-5.
Oh, we went through a good, seemed like about a 10-minute period there where we had men in the penalty box. Watch this save by Sanfrocco. That is picture-perfect stuff. Put that on his personal highlight tape. In 1:52 to go, the puck comes out to center ice. Damiani pushes it right back into the zone. Smith pressuring Brockport, and now Brockport breaks out. Palin takes a shot, and Wheaton is there once more. Palin looking to put it on the stick side. Wheaton held his ground. Center ice. Smith loses. 19 is McLean. McLean and Palin teaming up. McLean taking the weak shot. Smith skates it out with 1:18 to go, second period. Greg Peters tries to push it ahead. Smith can't find it in front of him. Now the pass intercepted here in center ice and goes free back into the zone. 1 minute to go, middle period. 4-2 hockey game. Brockport in the lead. Pass goes awry. Wolf gathers it up behind his own net, pushes it over to Casio. Casio tries to move it ahead to Golembeski, who controls. And now a whistle, and we're going to have a penalty, I believe. Too many men on the ice. It's going to be called against Brockport. As number 15, McGee, was trying to get off the ice. Let's see.
Okay, I got Miss Bunch Minor on green. Too many men on the ice.
Let's see who will serve it. Coming over the boards is number 18, Klimowitz. Someone will have to serve it. Penalty comes at 19:14 of the second period, excuse me. Take a look at the shots on net. Arnie Bolt points out that Brockport has 22 shots on net in the second period. To Geneseo's 9. Of course, Arnie will be with us between the periods for his ECAC update. You'll want to be with us for that. And we'll also be giving you that pledge number one more time between the periods for you to help support ECAC hockey here on WXXI. Serving the penalty is Peterson. 42 seconds to go on the second period. Geneseo on the man advantage. This is Casio gathering it in. Still some time for Geneseo to get something going. 30 seconds to go in the period. 18 is Burmaster. Looking on the open wing for Riley. Can't connect with him. Sanfrocco clears it away. Puck is tied up in the corner. No whistle yet. Still no whistle. It is poked free now. Behind the net, Riley. Playing catch with Donnelly. Back to Burmaster, who winds up, takes the shot. At the buzzer. It is knocked aside, and we have the buzzer ending the second period. An exciting second period of play. We'll take a look at the shots on net. 22 for Brockport, 10 for Geneseo. So, our score here at Wilson Ice Arena after 2 periods, Brockport leading Geneseo 4-2. Highlights of the second period are coming up shortly. You know, this is our 5th telecast of ECAC Division III hockey here on WXXI, and we still have lots more hockey action for you this season. If you'd like to be a personal part of our hockey telecast, here are some folks back at our studios who will tell you how. We're between the second and third periods here at the Wilson Ice Arena. A 4-2 Brockport lead. And we're going to be checking in with Arnie Bolt. You know, I'd like to see some of Arnie Bolt's friends call up 454-6300. Pledge some money to Channel 21. Arnie Bolt, of course, standing by right now with our weekly ECAC update. Arnie.
Plattsburgh rides its Ferris wheel to the top of the SUNY standings, and RIT gets a cold reception in the North Country. Hi, I'm Arnie Bolt, and this is ECAC Update. There's been a lot of action in the ECAC since we were with you last, so let's get right to the scoreboard and bring you up to date. Rolling the clock back to Saturday, November 21st, RIT led Plattsburgh 4-3 at the end of the second before a third-period surge gave the Cardinals a 6-4 win. Tom Donnelly scored just 35 seconds into Geneseo's matchup with Alabama Huntsville to give the Ice Knights the early lead. But Division I Huntsville came back to hand Paul Duffy's Chargers a 3-2 defeat, taking both ends of a 2-game set. Moving to Tuesday, Geneseo faced off with Division I Colgate, coming up the 8-2 loser. A potent Hamilton club crushed Brockport 13-1. Watch for those Continentals come playoff time. Out east, perennial favorite Bowdoin kicked off their season with a 6-1 win over St. Anselm, and UMass Boston took the measure of the University of Connecticut 6-2. Over the Thanksgiving holiday, the Golden Knights of Clarkston were less than chivalrous hosts, trouncing a visiting RIT squad 9-2. Bill Gall and Jim Reddish tallied for the Tigers, who were outshot 54-23. A trio of netminders totaled 45 saves in the losing effort. Bowdoin ran its record to 2-0 by defeating UConn 9-7. Steve Ilkos pumped in 5 goals to lead the Polar Bears, while goalie Steve Janis made but 11 saves en route to his 18th ECAC career victory without a loss. Saturday night, Rob Rawls stopped 46 shots, and senior co-captain Pete Schroeder scored a goal that gave him 100 career points. But the Division I St. Lawrence Saints still handed RIT its 5th straight loss, 5-3. Just up the road in Messina, Potsdam State managed a 6-5 overtime victory against Hobart. For the Bears, their second victory against 9 defeats. UMass Boston edged Assumption 7-5. Notre Dame upended Canisius 7-4. And Holy Cross got the best of a team all the way from San Diego. The Crusaders, a 7-4 winner over U.S. International. That game took place in the consolation round of the RPI Invitational held in Troy over the weekend. Oswego notched its third SUNYAC win with a 5-2 decision over Cortland on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Brockport skated to a 5-4 win over Hobart. A shorthanded goal by Bob Klimowitz with just 2:09 remaining was instrumental in preserving the Golden Eagles' win. Canisius defeated St. Bonaventure 6-3. Norwich bested Williams 8-4. New England College skated past Colby 6-3, and Salem State was a 4-3 winner over Middlebury. All those games occurring Wednesday night. Last night, Hobart squared off against Cortland, with Hobart coming away the winner by a 5-2 score. Other games tonight find Plattsburgh visiting Oswego. Both these teams are currently 3-0 in SUNYAC play, and RIT tries to get back on the winning track, hosting St. Bonaventure. Steve should have an update on scores from both those games at the end of this report. Showing a quick look at the SUNYAC standings shows Plattsburgh, Oswego, and Geneseo are still unbeaten in conference play. Meanwhile, Brockport stays above 500, followed by Cortland, Fredonia and Potsdam are still seeking their first conference win. Checking the scoring leaders, we find the Ferris brothers wheeling along atop the heap. Joey and Shane skate on the same line for the Cardinals and have a lot to do with Plattsburgh once again positioning themselves as the front runner. Oswego's John Starker, another Cardinal, Chris McGrath, and Potsdam's Steve Stone round out the top 5. Upcoming games to keep an eye on. Tomorrow night, Plattsburgh will be here against Geneseo's Ice Knights. Pending the outcome of the Cardinals game with Oswego tonight, this one could be for first place in the SUNYAC. Canisius is at Elmira. Potsdam will visit Fredonia. Somebody should finally get a conference win in this one. Hobart is at Babson, and Bowdoin will face NEC. Next Tuesday, Brockport makes the trek south to Fredonia. Wednesday finds Union at Plattsburgh, Oswego at Hobart, and Bowdoin at Colby. Brockport will be in Olean on Thursday to face St. Bonaventure. Geneseo takes on Oswego next Friday. Again, this will have a big impact on the SUNYAC standings. And in always heated rivalry, Oswego invades Frank Ritter Arena to face RIT next Saturday. Our WXXI crew is taking a well-deserved holiday break after tonight's broadcast. We'll next be on the air Friday, January 8th, when RIT plays host to perennial powerhouse Bowdoin. Future broadcasts will show us the red-hot Plattsburgh squad, as well as teams from UConn, Potsdam, Hobart, and St. Bonaventure, along with our own RIT and Geneseo teams. Remember, these broadcasts are made possible by you, the viewers, and we do very much appreciate your support. This is Arnie Bolt reporting for ECAC Update and wishing you an enjoyable holiday season. Now back to Steve and Rich.
Okay, Arnie, and same to you, of course, to you and your family for the best of holiday seasons. Second period, Rich was pretty much all Brockport. It was, in fact, all Brockport. We're going to see the first goal of the second period. Chris Palin here, his 10th goal of the season. He is the Brockport top scorer. This one made it at 3-2 at 4:19 on the power play.
What happened, Steve, the initial shot trickled through Wheaton's legs. He had to come up. Yeah, I thought he had it, but then it just sneaked through. It was a bad break, but still really came up super that period.
Now, this was the prettiest goal of the game so far. The goal is scored by Ken Wood, number 5, but watch the play here by number 2, Mike Mulligan.
A wraparound pass to Wood, and Wood wasn't picked up in front. He just tapped it in. Wheaton had no chance on it.
Wood's 5th of the season at 4:52. That's where we stand 2-2, but this one is a goal that could have been had it not been for a high-sticking whistle. Watch. Right in front there, you see number 24 for Brockport. That's Mike Amato with the high stick. And you can see the official with his arm up ready to make the call.
It was a good call by the official because that high stick, that could have changed the whole complexion of the game because there would have been a 5-2 lead at that time if the goal had counted.
Amato did finally put it in the net, and he's all excited there, but you can see already looking over is Opatkowicz, who couldn't believe it. He ended up taking a misconduct for a comment made after that. That's where we stand now, 4-2. We have shots on net after the second period. 22 shots on net in that period for Brockport, just 10 for Geneseo. And right now, the Eagles are sticking it, certainly, to Geneseo. A two-period shot total of 37-26. A 4-2 hockey game. Talking about games coming up now, our next game is going to be on the 8th of January. Looking forward to seeing this Bowdoin team. A team that is scoring goals like crazy in those 2 wins over St. A's and UConn, and RIT with its 5th straight loss. I want to talk about the RIT situation as we get into the third period. Right now, we see that RIT is kind of snapping out of its problems. At the end of 2 periods, RIT leading St. Bonaventure. Is this correct? 11-1. Arnie Bolt getting the score for us. So RIT is taking its aggressions out on the Bonnies, and at Plattsburgh and Oswego in the second period, a 0-0 score. We are underway here in the third period, a 4-2 hockey game with Brockport in the lead. 1 minute and 14 seconds of power play for Geneseo here to start it. Cassio over on his left wing gets it back to Riley, who's back on the point momentarily. Keedy, who has a goal. And now Donnelly. Very deliberate here, starting out this third period. Geneseo knows it has some work to do. Burmaster chases the puck, and he is chasing Anderson at the same time. Kept in nicely by Cassio. In the corner. Gomes takes some heat. Now, Keedy, Donnelly loses it between his legs. Keedy clears in front. Riley wide open, taken out of the play, could not get a shot off. And now it is cleared out. Gross took down Riley and then cleared the puck. Nice play by John Gross. 1:15 to go in the power play now. Well, actually, the power play clock is not working now, the penalty clock. So we're going to have some stoppage of play here in a minute to get it straightened out. And we'll have a whistle here, and we'll find out what's going on because the penalty is over. So, okay, the teams are back at full strength. As number 10, Peterson, comes back on. That was the too many men on the ice. And now you see the official going over there to find out exactly what the story is. That was the too many men on the ice call toward the end of that second period. Now both teams back at full strength.
Steve, you were mentioning about that RIT situation.
5 straight losses.
They're playing that same scenario that Coach Duffy. They're playing that tough Division I opponents the majority of the time early in the season. Hopefully they'll pay off as they go down the stretch run for their Division III playoff berth.
Well, they may be finding themselves in a bit of a jam, although they are kind of taking it out on St. Bonaventure, as we said, 11-1 in the second period. Action back underway. Puck is poked ahead by Roll out of the zone nicely. Or rather, that was Smith, I should say. Number 8 down here in front of us is Greg Peters. Clearing it in. Right onto the stick of Charlie Link, who pushes it back out. Now Damiani comes over the blue line. It is poke checked off his stick now by Ken Wood, who has a goal in this game. Comes down here where Charlie Link comes up with it. Scoots it along the boards to Andy McLean, back out to center ice. Greg Peters pushes it back to center. Over there in front of the penalty box, Mark Miller tangles. Now Captain Damiani. Miller, the freshman, goes down, ridden off the play. Puck is loose. Picked up and a shot taken in front, stopped as Roll got a shot off. But Sanfrocco was there again. The puck comes back out to center ice. Controlled by no one. Now moving into control is Greg Peters. 2.5 minutes played, third period. Brockport leading 4-2. Over the blue line, Mulligan skated off the puck. Now over on the far boards, Hegarty has it. Damiani skates away now. Damiani being pressured. That's Eberhardt. From the point, a shot and a deflection. Eberhardt can't put it by Wheaton on the deflection. The shot taken from the point by Mulligan. Now Damiani tries to get it out. Can't do so. Puck is kept in. The weak shot taken by Wood. Wheaton drops it behind the net. That's Hegarty on the hit for Brockport. Still stays in the zone.
Brockport's having Geneseo's having trouble clearing it out of the zone. They finally get it out.
Charlie Link clears it right back in. Bill Wheaton must feel like his worst nightmare tonight, boy. Now it comes out to center ice. The hit put on by Fiorella as he collides with Hegarty. And now Brockport again. Open man, Mulligan shoots it right into the chest of Wheaton, and this time he holds on. Mulligan right in the slot. And now we're going to have a couple of penalties called, I believe 2. We'll see as the officials move over to the penalty timekeeper, and we have a mic right there in the booth, so let's hear what the story is. Well, wouldn't you know it, he doesn't go to the mic. Anyway, the penalty door for the Geneseo bench swings open, and in goes the junior from Amherst, New York, Steve Fiorella. And on the other side, it is Mike Mulligan going back into the penalty box.
I believe they both got it for slashing.
Fiorella, the junior, 20 years old, economics major. Plays for the Amherst Junior Knights. So both teams at 4-on-4 now. The hooking call on Fiorella and a slashing call on Mulligan. 3:44 the time. Wheaton stops another shot. Chalk another save for the big junior goaltender. Now, here come the Ice Knights. Over the blue line is John Keaty. Closing. Nice check put on him by Juel. Ridden off the play, and Brockport comes back. Excellent defensive play. Klimowicz closes now. Comes right in front. Tries to skate around the defense. Can't do so. He loses his stick. Still manages to lay a hit on. The puck right in front. Down in front, and we'll have a penalty. And that's no, they'll call it a goal. The delayed call, as the official had the penalty call coming up, but the puck skidded into the net, and it's a 5-2 lead now for Brockport. Let's take a look.
John Gross made an extra effort here. They were going to call a penalty on him, but his stick reached or wrapped around. Wheaton made the initial save, and he tapped it by sprawling Wheaton.
So Gross gets the goal unassisted. And for him, that is number 3 on the season.
Service time. 20 had a delayed minor there.
And they are going to call the penalty nonetheless on Wolf.
Don't put it on the clock. Don't put it on the clock. Put it on the score sheet, but not on the clock. But he's got to sit for 2 minutes.
So it will not be a power play now for Brockport since they did score the goal. But Gross will sit 2 minutes, and that was the delayed call that was being signaled by the official. So Gross will have to sit for 2 minutes. Unassisted goal. 6th of the year. Boy, this is really getting heavy for Brockport as they've just hit again. Just as I was writing that last goal in on my score sheet, another one.
That play was excellent setup by Manny Gomes. He's been playing strong, aggressive hockey all night. And right now, you've seen the tempo of the game change. It started in the second period, and Geneseo hasn't rebounded. Again, Gomes sliding across in front. Wheaton's had no chance. Any goalie that's faced 40 shots in one night is bound to need a break once in a while, and he hasn't had it yet.
Gomes' second goal of the season. The assist will go to Chris Palin. And there you see it. It's a 6-2 Brockport lead. And this is a team that we saw them play against Portland. This is a team that's really coming to life, and here they come back on the attack again. Unfortunately, this time Anderson overskates the puck. So 2 goals 10 seconds apart in the third period after they scored 35 seconds apart in the second period. So the goals are coming in bunches for Brockport. Damiani puts a hit over there on McLean. Roll tangles with Gomes. Puck is sent up the boards. Peters takes a shot, goes very wild, hits off the far glass. Now a follow-up shot by Damiani is saved by Sanfrocco. Peters trying to take a shot, falls down, and Brockport comes back one more time, and now a whistle. And it's going to be a slash call. Roll went down, and the call is going to go against Brockport, I believe.
Yeah. Andy McLean's going off, Steve.
So he had 2 goals within 33 seconds of each other in the second period for Brockport, and now 2 goals within 10 seconds of each other in the third period. As we take a look at the slash here in front, to the left of your picture, you can see high sticks all over the place.
The lumber's being laid down, and the referee was right there to call it.
And Andy McLean goes in for a slashing at 5:32. Geneseo on the power play for the 6th time tonight. They are 1 of 5. Their first goal of the night by Keating, 40 seconds into the game, was a power play. And it has been pretty much all Brockport from that point on. They lead in the game 6-2, 14:20 to go in the game. Shot taken by Casio goes high and wide, and it comes back out, full length of the ice. Wheaton comes out of his net to stop it. Casio gathers it up there. And you can see the problems that Geneseo is having just getting out of its own end when there's no one even pressuring them, as Donnelly and Casio get their signals crossed. Now it is Keedy over the blue line. Skates into the corner. Donnelly. Keedy again looking. Pressured by the defense. Casio. Donnelly again. Back to Casio at the point. This is Burmaster over here. Finds Donnelly. Shot goes wide. Burmaster. And now it is back over the blue line, and Geneseo will have to retreat with 59 seconds to go on their power play. Keedy has the puck poked off his stick by Ken Wood. And now a break. 2-on-1 for Geneseo, for Brockport. Feeding out in front, finding no one, though, is Gross. And with 38 seconds to go, Brockport falls back on defense as Geneseo moves the power play. Riley feeds it behind the net. Sanfrocco sends it up the boards, back out to center ice. And Burmaster will come out. Wheaton picks up the puck, gets it onto the stick of Donnelly. And with 22 seconds to go, it's a shot taken by Donnelly, but offside is the call. We hope you will be with us here at Channel 21 as we rejoin you on Friday night, January 8th. We will see that high-flying, high-scoring Bowdoin team as they take on RIT. 10 o'clock face-off here on WXXI. We hope that you will join me, Steve House, and my colleague, Rich Campbell. Take a few games off here, a few weeks off. As we get set for Christmas and New Year's, we'll be with you in 1988.
We'll be seeing you next year. Geneseo has not had a sustained attack ever since that second period, Steve, and it's really affected their play. And Brockport's taken advantage of it, even on a penalty kill.
Geneseo's last goal came at 10:07 of the middle period. Since then, it has been Brockport with 4 unanswered goals. 10 seconds to go on the Geneseo power play now. Wheaton stops another one. He's going to be up in triple figures the way he's going tonight. Bit of an exaggeration, but he has been called upon to make a lot of saves in this one. Both teams now back at full strength. As going into the corner is Delflato and Golombeski. Now skating out and controlling wind traffic is Amato for Brockport. Comes back into center ice. This is McGee. McGee gets it into the zone. But Geneseo gets it back out to center ice. Peters pushes it to center. Looking for Fiorella, not able to connect. Players down all over the ice. And now Damiani behind his own net. Team captain. Having problems. Gets it over to Peters, who's looking. And now he spots Fiorella on the right wing. Fiorella drops the puck to no one but a man in green, and now it pops into the stands, and we'll have a face-off just inside the Brockport blue line. Actually, it'll be more in the circle to the left of goaltender Paul Sanfrocco.
Also of interest, taking a look at Coach Peterson, he's certainly got to be pleased with tonight's effort in visiting an opposing team's rink with a 6-2 lead with 11 minutes and 41 seconds left. And Coach Duffy certainly has to be concerned, having to have to face Plattsburgh State tomorrow night.
Now, we talked about that at the beginning of the game, whether there would be that tendency to overlook what a team that on paper, and certainly you look at their record, Brockport with 6 wins, a team that only won 1 game all last season, a team that is, you'd have to admit, they're a weaker team than Plattsburgh, and you're looking ahead to the big game tomorrow night, and maybe looking a little bit too far ahead. I mean, you know, we saw Geneseo come out with that goal 40 seconds in, but it hasn't been much after that. Now they come back on the attack. Burmaster over the blue line, puts a shot on Sanfrocco, who makes the 6 save. Back out toward the blue line. The puck is still in the zone. Now it pops free into center ice, so Geneseo will have to retreat. Keedy puts it back in on Sanfrocco, who makes the easy save this time. Puck pops over the stick of Casio, and breaking away with it and taking a hit. A big-time hit is number 13, Mike Hegarty. Crowd like that one. They haven't had much to cheer about. 10:54 to go in this hockey game. 6-2, Brockport leading. Brockport, no doubt, will take the opportunities when they get them, but they will not work overtime to find the opportunity, I would imagine, at this point. Just happy to feed the puck back up to center ice, get it out of the zone. And now Eberhardt lets it go. Wheaton forced to make another save. Nice interception over there by Anderson. He takes a hit from Damiani. Puck is still in the zone. Now it's back out to center. Looking for it, unable to collect is Miller. And Gomes now controls. Cuts in through center. Gets a shot off in traffic. Wheaton is there to make the save. In front again. Puck goes free. Comes back out to center. Brockport in no hurry here. Now Gross comes over the blue line. Ridden off. And cutting back is the freshman Miller now. Controlling in heat, though, as Kulowitz gives him problems. Tries to get it across to Smith, unable to connect. Shot from the blue line goes wide off the stick of Bogan. Now Roll leaves it for Miller. Miller looking for someone in front, loses the puck, regains it, gets a shot off. The rebound shot by Roll. And Sanfrocco is there again. Puck loose behind the net. Now out comes Gross. Up there in the right wing, number 15 is McGee. Gross closes, loses. 5, Bogan moves it around behind the net. Kept in the zone by Palin. Damiani trying to get something organized now. 9:03 to go in the third period. Geneseo trailing by 4 goals. As Chris Smith comes over the blue line. Pressured by Link. The 2 go into the corner. And now in the pass, moving up. This is Palin all by himself. Fake shoot. 2 fantastic saves by Phil Wheaton. Nicely done.
There was a penalty on that play. Defenseman slashed Palin on the breakaway there, but Wheaton came up big. Can't fault him, even though 6 goals have gone by him.
Palin did still get a good shot away, even though he was taken down by Bogan, who you see going into the penalty box for 2 minutes, the freshman defenseman from Depew, New York. Let's watch again.
Palin made some excellent moves, but Wheaton stayed with him and made an excellent save.
Now, see, maybe we can see it better this time. The slash, there it is. Not a penalty shot situation, though. Why not?
No, because he got his shot off, even if it was misdirected. Plus, he had a certain angle. If he had dove for him to pull them down, then the penalty shot may have been called.
So it was a good call. It was a good penalty for number 5, Bogan, to take then, perhaps. He goes off at 11:14 for slashing. 6 penalty power play situation for Brockport now. They have connected on 2 of them. They're leading 6-2 in this game. Matt Gomes. Puck is free in the corner. Casio controls. Pressured by Chris Palin. Number 19 is Andy McLean trying to get something organized. Peterson feeds it across. Peterson looking to collect the pass, unable to do so, and it is dumped back out. 1:15 to go on this Brockport power play. Sanfranco shoots it up toward Matt Gomes. Gomes loses the puck in the zone, and it's popped back out again. A pair of goals 33 seconds apart in the second period for Brockport, and a pair of goals 10 seconds apart in the third period have given them the 6-2 advantage with 7:35 to go in this hockey game. Brockport on the power play with 45 seconds to go. Going down in the corner there on the check by Casio is Chris Palin. Now the puck pops back over the blue line. Peterson retreats to pick it up. 32 seconds to go on the power play. Tom Donnelly, the only Geneseo player in there trying to connect and collect, but now coming over the blue line, leaving it for Chris Palin. Palin is in the corner, pressured by number 15, that's Terry Riley, and we'll have a whistle for the faceoff with 10 seconds to go on the power play for Brockport. 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go in this third period.
Brockport certainly came to play this evening, Steve. They really took control of the puck. They're sustaining their attack with 6 minutes and 56 seconds to go. They look like they're in control.
You take a look at the transfer from Elmira College. Chris Palin played his hockey at Mount St. Charles Academy down in the Providence area. And that graphic right there tells it all. Brockport has been in control of this game since the midway point of the second period. On the draw, Damiani skates out with it. He's being pressured by Klimowitz. Riley looks to clear. Can't do so, and we'll have another face-off. Both teams back at full strength now. As Bogan skates back onto the ice, his penalty is up.
And they're going to call a penalty on Klimowitz.
A hook call.
Yep.
So Bobby Klimowitz goes into the penalty box from Lackawanna, New York. 5'6", 140-pound junior. Not a lot of size, but he has played a fine hockey game tonight, as has the entire Brockport team, and it shows with the 6-2 score. So Brockport is a man shy. Geneseo going on the power play for the 7th time tonight. 1 of 6, 13-16 the time called in the penalty to Klimowitz. All right, Geneseo is going to have to get something organized very quickly here. They're on the power play right now. Shot pushed in by Keedy, and it is cleared out. Moving in to break up the play nicely. That's number 24. That's Mike Amato. But Geneseo is able to get it out. 16, Keedy. He has 1 goal in this game. Closes. A nice poke check on the stick by Del Plato breaks up his offensive thrust. Shot taken from the post, from the point by Casio. Stopped. Now it comes back over here to Burmaster, looking for an open man in front. Can't find Kennedy. Or rather, Riley, I should say. Pops back out into center ice.
Geneseo's not getting any of those rebounds.
McGee pushes it behind the net and comes off the ice as Brockport changes up. 5:45 left in the game. 1 minute to go on the power play for Geneseo. Burmaster comes out with the puck. He has Riley on his left, Donnelly a trailer. Overskates his own puck and loses it back down to the area in front of Wheaton. And they'll regroup one more time. Not a good showing by Geneseo here. It looks like a completely different hockey team from the one that broke out of the blocks here.
Yeah, I'm glad this wasn't a professional team. I think you'd be hearing some booing tonight.
24 seconds to go on the power play. Player who lost his stick is Chris Palin for Brockport. Geneseo looking like it's just going through the motions at this point, maybe trying to get this one over with so they can start thinking Plattsburgh. Now Palin lets one fly. Wheaton forced to make another save. 5 seconds to go on the power play for Geneseo. Palin controls again. Both teams back in full strength. Palin goes down. No whistle. And now Geneseo tries to come back, but the puck is poked back into the zone by Ken Wood, who's had a fine game tonight, including a goal. We're down to 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Brockport with a comfortable 6-2 advantage. Geneseo trying to move the puck out. Down to the 4-minute mark now. Now it comes up to center ice. That's Altieri over there. Shot taken into the net. Tipped Golombesky. The Rochester freshman makes it a 6-3 hockey game with the high shot connecting, with the assist going to Altieri. Let's watch.
Good work by Altieri. A shot right over the shoulder of Sinfrocco. Good shot by Golombesky. Take another look at it. Trapped back by Altieri. Quick shot. The handcuffs Sinfrocco on the right shoulder.
If I'm not mistaken, that's Golombesky's first goal of the season and his first collegiate goal because he is a freshman. Chip Golombesky makes it a 6-3 hockey game. Time of that goal, 16:07. Assist going to Altieri. And Tony Kelsey gets an assist as well. Okay, so it's a 3-goal lead now for Brockport. We'll see if Geneseo finds any signs of life here. They still have 3.5 minutes to go. 3-goal deficit may be a little too much, however. Brockport clears it up. Picking it up there is Peters behind his own net.
Geneseo goal scored by number 14, Chip Golombesky.
Kept in the zone. Now Brockport comes back out, or rather Geneseo. Pushed back into the zone by Anderson. Puck comes up to center ice. Roll tries to pick it up. Number 12, Mark Miller takes a wild swipe at it. Comes back to center. Casio. 2:45 to go, third period. 6-3, Brockport leading. Chris Smith. He takes a hit, a slash that was able to elude the officials. Slash by Andy McLean as he just let Smith have it in the knees. Actually, in the shins more so than the knees. No damage done. Golombesky skating in, ridden off the play, and now it comes back out to center ice. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Interesting to point out. Last 2 times these 2 teams are scheduled to play. Last year, last February, Brockport was forced to forfeit. And here we have a situation where Brockport is getting sweet revenge, as with 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go, they have a comfortable 6-3 lead. It shows you how far this program has come. Last year, they were 1-24, if I'm not mistaken. They had to forfeit their game against their last time they played Geneseo.
I believe it's because they didn't have enough players because of illness and injuries to play them.
Off the face-off, the puck goes into the corner. Shaw takes a swipe at it. Down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the game. Donnelly takes a hit. Puck is loose in front. As Golombesky had another shot at it. Golombesky goes into the corner with Del Plato. Golombesky loses his stick. Almost loses his head. And now Brockport skates it out with 1:45 to go. They change up quickly, get some fresh legs on there for this final minute and a half, as Brockport is going to pull the upset here. A situation where they scored 2 goals in 33 seconds in the second period, and then 2 more goals in a 10-second span in this third period. That broke open what at that point had been a 2-2 hockey game, and it is 6-3 now with 1:27 to go. Very happy man down there as we take a look at Bob Peterson, the man who started the hockey program at Brockport. Team that is 3-18 against Geneseo coming into tonight's action. So hats off to Brockport. The Golden Eagles are coming up golden tonight. Don't forget, we'll be with you again next on the 8th of January, our next DCAC telecast here on WXXI. Bowden and RIT will want to see you then. And in the meantime, if you have the notion, give us a call at 454-6300 and show your support for college hockey on WXXI by making a pledge during this, our fundraising drive. Just about down to the final minute of this one. 1:08 to be precise. Puck is loose in the corner. Going after it is Ken Wood, along with Burmaster, a couple of other players in there. Last win, Arnie Bolt pumping out these statistics like crazy. The last win for Brockport over a Geneseo hockey team was in the 1981-82 season. Good work, Arnie. Give that man a raise. You see Brockport changing up again. There's a happy group of players and the Brockport fans here, and there are a few of them. A couple right there, as a matter of fact. Yep, you're on. Wave. There you go. Now, how about the third one?
What are they going to do?
I'm afraid to ask. They've seen enough.
Yeah.
Sayonara. The bus is leaving. On the draw, inside the last minute now. Brockport controlling, just feeding it up to center. Gross tries to kick it in himself, unable to do so. Now it comes to the blue line. And here's Gross again. Gross, who has a goal in this game. Riley keeps it moving. It goes on to Sanfrocco, who leaves it for a teammate, McGee. Down to 27 seconds now.
Great team effort by the Brockport Golden Eagles. They, from the defense, goaltender, the whole team played excellent hockey tonight.
So the Ice Knights will absorb their first loss in SUNY competition. They will go to 2-1, and Brockport moves to 3-1 in SUNY competition. So, boy, you got to consider Brockport a possibility certainly a possibility for a playoff spot.
Because you know the first 4 teams make it, and the odds-on favorites are Plattsburgh and Oswego. But then you're going to see these two teams battle it out. Who's going to end up 3rd or 4th possibly, and then you've got Cortland.
It'll be interesting to pick up the newspaper on Sunday morning and see how Geneseo does against Plattsburgh tomorrow night. Because they didn't show much tonight against Brockport. And with the clock now inside the final 5 seconds, you're going to see a happy group of guys in green here as they have upset Geneseo on their home ice. Final score, Brockport 6, Geneseo 3. Final shots on net for Brockport 47, Geneseo 35. You see our final score. We will see you again next on the 8th of January. As Brockport moves into a tie for second place in the SUNY with a big win. For Rich Gamble, I'm Steve Hausman, and for Arnie Bolt. Thanks for joining us tonight. See you on the 8th of January, and thanks for watching tonight on WXXI. Night, everybody.